Good dog. All right, well, here we are back again at Animal Training and Development Center. Today we have with us Atlas, and Atlas is a 7-month-old Belgian Malinois, and he's here for our 10-day board and train program. I got to know Atlas back in puppy class, and I always enjoyed having him come because even though he was the toughest dog in class, he is also among the most friendly. So instead of getting into it with some of the other puppies during playtime that were trying to get after him, he just simply outran them and looking back and kind of saying, nah, 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 you can't catch me, sort of thing. So real fun guy to have around. But now that he's more adult level at 7 months, we're starting to get him thinking more along the lines of adult style training. And so now, instead of doing all the food rewards that we did back in puppy class, we're starting to introduce to him adult style technique. And so the first of it starts with this idea that a dog should learn never get to the end of the leash at any time for any reason. So as I begin to walk around the room here, you'll notice that he's going to kind of stay within the length of leash that I give him, right there kind of turning. And as I start walking this way, you'll see, even though he's not on one side or the other, oops, right there, he got to the end. In general, he's learning that he needs to stay within the length of leash. Our job is to make sure he does his job, which is to make sure he doesn't get to the end of the leash before we proactively tug in the opposite direction. And if I do that simple technique with him everywhere we go, we can get to the point where a dog is just really good staying that radius around you and looking to you when he's not sure where he's at. Just starts to make a very subtle but powerful shift in leadership from a dominant dog like he is to another dominant human, which we have to become in order to be able to coach a dog like him through the rest of his life. He's got a lot of neat skill sets already just developing because he's who he is. So genetically speaking, he has a very nice, stable temperament with a high dominant dogality type, which is going to make him a great, athletic type dog, which of course the Malinois are known to be. But I assure you, not every Malinois is created equal. And when it comes to a stable, good family protector type of dog, this is exactly what you would look for in a young dog to train. So I'm very proud to say that he and I have gotten along super well and explored some of the natures that he has in him. And I can assure you that he's going to become a super dog for you guys, whether you choose to go on in advanced levels of obedience, maybe search and rescue if you want to go that direction, or if you're more interested in the personal protection aspect, he certainly has those qualities as well. So we'll talk more about that in person, but for now, let's just take you through the paces that we taught him for obedience. Of course, he already knew the word sit and what we were doing. Atlas, sit. Just teaching him to continue to hold through higher levels of distraction. So just making sure he can hold. We're walking circles around in both directions, sort of thing. Good. Nope. Sit. There he start to break. I hadn't given the release word yet, so the release word that we were working on is that word that you like to use is go. Good. And of course, he can stop sitting and do what he wants. Always good to see a dog come to you when they're done with their command, just showing that they want to have a little interaction with you afterward. They don't have to do that. He could maybe just go get a drink of water or something like that. But he chose to come. That's a good thing. Show us what we're looking to see there. Next, we want to play a game with him where instead of treats, we're using toys. And this is going to also activate a little bit of what we call prey drive, or what is called prey drive in a dog. Sit. Same thing makes him chase a cat or a rabbit or a squirrel. Is the same thing makes him want to chase a tennis ball. And we know that he's got a pretty good supply when it comes to prey drive, and that's a good thing. Again, for lots of sports or other things. When I bounce the ball, however, he should continue to sit even though his prey drive gets activated. Good boy. Good. Good. Go. Atta boy. Of course, with the release word, he can stop sitting and do what he wants. And obviously, in that case, he wants the tennis ball. And this is a great way that we can exchange the idea in his mind that working gets you what you want. Just like we do young children with allowance or what have you. He's learning that by holding commands, he's able to get the things that he really wants, and we can provide those for him, like the tennis ball. So here, I'll try to trade him. Sit. Aus. Aus. Javoja. Good. Good job. Javoj. Go. Good job. Good dog. Right on. So, just showing you a little bit of the drives that he has and the way that we can start to utilize those drives to work him toward a higher level training of project, whether that be search and rescue, which a lot of times the ball can convert to somebody lost, and the dog finds out that when they find the lost person, they find the ball. That's all good for them. Other dogs, if we're going to promote personal protection level training, we're going to start to substitute, the tennis ball for bad guys. But at the end, maybe there's still a tennis ball in play for them. So, you're just converting, one reward level to another and so on. The next thing we taught him is this idea of heel. So we're going to go ahead and oust. Oust just means drop. Good. We're going to kick that away for the moment. And now the same thing that was his reward a minute ago is now a distraction that he needs to avoid. And so we're going to go ahead and show you this heel command. So you pick the right side. I'm just going to go ahead and square myself into the heel position. You all right? His paws, my feet are parallel with each other. He's close enough I can reach over and touch him, but not so close he's restricting any motion I might make toward my right. I'm going to lead with my inside foot. If your dog heels on the right, your inside foot is the right. We're going to go ahead and say heel. And now he needs to fall into that position that he was in when I was standing there and stay in that position no matter where I go or how fast or slow I go and what may be between us while I go. There we are. Nice. Good. When I stop, we're looking for a nice automatic sit. Just like that. Excellent. Good job, bud. Good. We worked on the down. Down. If they get distracted, the technique is just no, down. Just like so. So I'm just giving the word no, which I think as I talk about that kind of rhymes with go. And we may want to rethink your words here because I got to have a word to say when he's doing something wrong, but then I want to say a word when he's done doing his job. And if we're using go, does that rhyme too much with no? We'll talk about that in the future. But the words that I have right now seem to conflict a little bit. Anyway, if I lead with my outside foot, he now needs to learn to stay put into the down position. So we're having a dog not just listening for our command words, but watching us as well. Now I'm leading with my inside foot saying nothing. Good. And he got up and fell in just like we want. So we're doing hand signals as well as verbal commands to make sure a dog is not just listening but watching us as well as we work with them. Very good dog. Excellent. We want that automatic sit, but it doesn't mean to go ahead and lay down. So let your sit be sit, your down be down. We're looking for automatic sits at the end of the heel. Heel. Not automatic sits and into a down. So especially when a dog start working a little bit and they get a little tired, they want to lay down, that's not the time. Because what we're trying to do really, there we go, is stretch their mental endurance. And at 7 months old, they don't have a ton. He has a lot for 7 months old, but he's only 7 months old. So he needs to build on that. Good job, though. Down. Awesome. Here, if I led with my inside foot, my right foot, he should jump into the heel position. If I lead with my outside foot, my left foot, he needs to stay put into, nope, down. Again with that left foot. Good. There we go. So Ultimately, any dog at 7 months old is bound to make lots and lots of mistakes, moving forward, even after, hanging out with us for 10 days. But the foundation is laid. He definitely knows what to do. It's just now a matter of stepping him up what we call the distraction ladder. So distractions are to dog training as weights are to weightlifting. And if you want a super strong person, you can imagine they could lift a lot of weight. If you want a super well-trained dog, they can work through super high levels of distraction. And that's what we're going to step him up to as he continues to get life experience training together with you folks. So next thing we taught him, and same thing, foundational level, the idea of come. Come. Now, good boy. We want him to come and sit, just like that. Excellent, good job. And give him the release word, go. If we don't teach them to come and sit, they will come and go all at one time, and we want them to want to come when they get to us. So we want to start to build some rewards in there with him. You could have a tennis ball in your pocket that when he comes, you pull out, and he even thought when I said tennis ball to get that. So you can bet if you have a couple tennis balls when you call him and he gets to you, that's going to help him want to get there. He's a dominant dog, so naturally his instinct is to resist authority. And so I just try to make a dominant dog see it's also in your best interest, bro. I'm not just calling you because I'm demanding that you come to me and I'm going to crush you if you don't. I think you're going to find that when you get to me more times than not, it's in your best interest anyhow, whether it's verbal praise, physical praise, treats, or toys. I'm a pretty good guy to get to when I call you. So we're going to throw that in with the technique physically. So what I want to do is I want to teach him, it's a condition, almost like a reflex. If I call you, you need to be on your way. And this could save their life later. So right now, come. I'm saying come, even with that ball bouncing away from us now, up, making him stop, making him sit, and then go for his release. And he can go maybe get that tennis ball again. But here's the thing, even if they're at a food station, and we set up stations in training, and I don't know if you'll see it in this particular video, but a lot of times, there might be a station of treats right here on the floor, a station of toys, maybe there's a person that they know sitting in a chair right here. And the idea is, as we practice this idea of commands, we want to start to get them to be able to work through these different levels of stations. So even in your own living room, you could set up different station points like this. Toys, treats, people, vacuum cleaners, the list goes on, and you're trying to show him that the unspoken command, like this one, is in effect all the time. You could walk around me just like he is, but if that treat is just outside your reach, don't try to do that. All the while, you who are handling the leash, we call you handlers, are going to be coaching them. So if they get out there and want to get to that ball, I'm going to coach him that you can't go that far. And so you always want to keep a little bit of slack in your leash at all times, and that becomes the first rule. Like I showed you, the down is the other one. Sit. Good. Down. And there he goes. If he doesn't, all I would have done is step down on the leash and help get him there. You might notice he's wearing a prong-style collar. We'll talk more about that in person. This dog is like a rod of steel. I mean, he doesn't look it really on video, I'm sure, but you get behind this leash, and this dog, even at 7 months old, is just solid rod of steel. And this prong collar is just kind of helping us, work through without too much wrestling around with him. And as you can see, it's working. I'm not having to do a lot of wrestling with him here. And the trick is, like I say, to continue to build through distractions, which we'll talk to you about as we get together. You'll see in the video some field trips and some playtime with him. Everywhere you see him, he's acting out the way he is. He's got this high dominant spirit about him, which is really cool. And we're just coaching it as we get out in the world with him, kind of showing him, what's what behind the scenes as he's starting to see some of these scenes for the first time in his life. So out to Lowe's, out to Rural King, out to Buckner Park, out to Jorgensen's Park. He's been on tons of field trips, and you'll get to see some of that in the video as well. Looking forward to you coming back and getting your private lessons, so that's already paid for in your program. Have you come back. We'll schedule a time after you pick him up and you guys kind of reunite and get to see this video. Go ahead and call and schedule your session with us to bring the whole family. We put the leash in your guys' hands and help you through, and then you'll get a packet of some drop-in class dates too. We'll tell you about when you come. So thanks for your trust in us, and as always, we enjoyed our time with your dog, and looking forward to seeing you when you get back, and wish everybody a happy training in the meantime. Go. Good job. Good job. Way to go, Atlas. Good boy. Ready for a field trip? All right. Good boy. Okay. Good. Good boy. Heel. Oh, there you are. Sit.
Oh, is that a Malinois?
Yeah, this is our newest board and train dog. Wow. This is Atlas.
Sits.
And these two haven't even met yet, but they will.
Is that a puppy?
7 months old, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
What is he getting trained for?
Well, they're interested in the personal protection thing, so we'll see what happens with them. We still have to meet and talk about all the stuff, but he's in board and training right now.
Yeah.
Stuff. So, all right, buddy, you ready to work? We'll see you, Susan.
You look so legit.
He's gonna really look good in another few months when he fills out. Yeah, he's something else. See you later.
See ya.
Heel. Atlas, sit. Good. Heel. No. Heel. No. Heel. Sit. Good. Good boy. Heel. You. Good boy. Yeah, we're all good, thank you. No. Sit. Good. Good boy. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Good job. Good boy. Heel. Heel. We're gonna work our way out. I'll see you out there. Nah. Heel. Excuse us. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. Good boy. Heel. See how Shelby's starting to play bow and ease a little bit of the tension. She continues to establish dominance. So we have 3 dominant dogs and 1 dominant to figure out above them all. I already know who it is. Sit. Good. Heel. Yep. No, here. No, here. Sit. Not sit. Nope. Sit. Good. Heel. Come on. Heel. 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 Good boy. Sit. Good. Good boy. Heel. Heel. Good boy. Yep. Sit. Good boy. Good. Good. Go.